arrived here in Rio yesterday, but today is the first full day here. It was also raining yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to actually go into the beach, which is where I'm headed right now. Unbelievable. I can't imagine living this. I mean, actually, I have lived this close to the beach. I don't know what I'm saying. The beach is very busy. Lots of people playing volleyball, fuchi volley, beach tennis as well. Very gorgeous views though. I'm just gonna show you this side of the beach. You can see with the mountains and the water. This is ideal for me. No, obrigada. I want to sit somewhere relatively close to the water so that when I actually go into the water, keep an eye on my stuff. It's supposed to rain later, and I do see some clouds kind of forming. So I just want to enjoy the beach this morning. There's a lot of food here out in the beach, so I'm sure we'll be able to find some good street foods. Agora não, obrigada. I am going to want that later. What they just offered is the queijo coalho. I actually don't know how to say it. I'm not hungry quite yet, so we'll have the food later. After swimming, I don't know about you guys, but I am always extremely hungry afterwards. It started raining at the beach. I didn't end up going in the water today because it is fairly cold, I would say. And so it's not exactly pleasant to dry off in the cold at the beach. So I think I'll save it for another day. These places at the beach are actually very inexpensive to eat considering you're literally right in front of the beach. I got a chicken dish and it's 35 reais, and I saw places that have even less, 20, 25. Obrigada. I also have a day that I'm planning on going on some islands. I booked this trip out to some nearby islands, and I think that will be much better suited for swimming and things like that. It did rain a little bit, so rain at the beach, not my favorite thing. I got drenched. I just wanted to get some protein in for the day because this is my first meal of the day, actually. Not too interesting. I think I'll try to find something more fun, delicious for dinner. Maybe see if I can get some street food here. It is getting sunnier, which is nice, but it's a bit overcast, so I don't really want to go back to the beach. I came home to clean some of the sand off of me, take a little shower, but it got dark. I was going to go back to the beach to try to find queijo coalho? Is that how you say it? But I think it's a little bit late. I imagine that the street vendors don't stay out at night, or maybe they do, I don't know. But either way, it is dinner time. So, I don't know what dinner is going to be today. This is massive. This is literally my favorite food. So, I'm pretty happy with this. Also, one thing I noticed, so this is carne de sol con aipim in São Paulo. And I'm pretty sure the first time I tried this was in Jericoacoara. And over there, they called aipim, which is cassava, they called it mandioca. Mandioca, I think that's how you say it in Portuguese. But here they call it aipim. I looked it up and it's the same thing. Amazing. Truly a food that makes me happy. I remember the first time I tried it with my mom in Jericoacoara, and we went back to the same place. If we had gone there the first night, we would have just gone every single night because it was so amazing. This one, honestly, is the worst one I've ever had. It's not bad because it's still my favorite food, but I've had it a few times and every single other time it's been better actually. I'm so happy though. Today at the beach, it was cloudy and I did wear sunscreen, so I thought I wasn't going to tan at all, but I actually got burnt a little bit, so I think I need to do better with applying that sunscreen. Also, I'm eating at a table that is literally on the street with my camera out, so this is what I call asking for it. So far, one thing that I've really liked about Rio is that it feels like not that it feels like a small town per se, because it's still quite busy. I mean, it's a big city. But what I mean is, because there are so many people out on the streets are a little bit smaller. It just feels smaller than, I mean, it is smaller than São Paulo for sure, but it feels like many, many, many small little towns put together into a big city rather than one big mega city. I don't know if that makes sense. Part of it is the way the streets are structured, where it feels more quaint, I think is how I would put it. But another part of it is it just feels more vacation-y as well. It feels relaxed. And obviously I'm in the tourist areas. I haven't gone to the other parts yet. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the city center and kind of see what that region is like. And so far it also hasn't felt extremely unsafe, because that was the main negative thing that I had heard from people. Everyone that has, locals and foreigners, have told me good things about Rio. They like it here, but that it's not safe. That's the main thing. So far, this area hasn't actually felt that bad. But as I said, tomorrow I'm going to go to the city center. And city centers in Latin America are not a safe area. We'll see what that's like. Maybe a little bit of a different vibe. Definitely a different vibe tomorrow, because really the past couple of days I've just been here in Copacabana. I went to Ipanema, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to see something a little bit different tomorrow. It has been raining all morning, But finally, I think it stopped for the day, so I'm headed out. Today, as I said yesterday, we're going to the city center. Also, there is a street party that happens every Monday. Today's Monday, by the way. Happens every Monday at Pedra do Sal. I have to say, the traffic is pretty surprising here. I think it's actually worse than São Paulo, even though it's not as big of a city. I'm walking faster than cars are moving right now. I didn't get to my workout this morning. This might be a good place to do a little calisthenics. All right. Gassed already. Dips need some work for sure. Anyway, let's get back to the walk. These are the Lapa steps you might recognize from Instagram or music videos, commercials. Even though it is super touristy, I just wanted to come here real quick and see it in person. But not too much to do here other than take pictures. There's the cathedral. Pyramid-esque, I guess. I don't even know. It's like a cone without the top. I don't know what to call that. But it is supposed to emulate the pyramids. Super curious to see what it looks like inside. But yeah, that's really unique. I've literally never, ever seen any kind of cathedral or church that is shaped like that. As you can see, there's police presence, I guess? Yeah, police presence. So even though there are sketchy characters going around, that kind of makes it feel a little bit more safe. Aqueduct here as well. You don't have to specifically plan to come here. You'll just kind of run into it when you come to the center of the city. But yeah, pretty arches. I mean, they could paint it to make it look nicer for tourism, I guess. But kind of looks like the Mexican pyramids, actually. I do see it now that I'm closer up. Next spot is the Royal Portuguese Reading Room, this gorgeous library. I still haven't been able to find acarajé, so I haven't eaten anything because I want to save space for it. It's already 3:30 and I'm starting to get a little bit lightheaded. But here you can see another view of the cathedral. You can see they're doing construction. You see the blue mesh over there, but this is ranked as one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. And the exterior is inspired by a monastery in Lisbon, but really what shines for me is the interior. This is a century-old cafe, which is also super popular. Saw a lot of pictures online, so I wanted to see what it looks like. But I'm not going to stay to try anything because there isn't anything super specific I want to try, and it's way too busy. What I said about Rio feeling towny is definitely just because of the area I was in, as you can see. This looks literally just like Paulista. Feels just as city-like. So yeah, that's just the tourist area, which makes sense, but good to see. I am learning that carne de sol is different here. I got it again because I wanted to see. I have a hunch that what I've had before that is carne de sol, here it's called carne seca, because I've seen carne seca on the menu, and it's different. It's pulled meat. Meanwhile, this is just pieces of meat. It still tastes good, but it's not, I mean, it's very good. It's just not my favorite food. I don't want to use my phone battery because it's near dead, and I realized I brought the wrong cable with me. I'm going to look it up afterwards. I think this is different. It's supposed to be these really thin slices, and it's almost pulled. So maybe they just do it differently here in Rio. Next time I'm going to order carne seca, and we'll see what it's like. I wasn't able to find acarajé. I looked for it as I was walking around. I didn't see it, and I started Googling some places because I had seen some places on Google Maps before. But all the ones that are around here in the city center, they're not open today on Monday. They're open later in the week, so I am planning on coming back here to the city center probably at the end of the week on Saturday. And on that day, I'll try to find the acarajé because I'm super curious to try it, and I haven't seen it anywhere. And I'm sure I could find it in São Paulo, but I haven't seen it just out on the street in São Paulo. So I want to try to find that as well. This is definitely better than yesterday, though, so happy with that, but I'll definitely look it up and try to find out what is going on with this discrepancy between carne de sol in Jericoacoara, in São Paulo, versus here in Rio. I've noticed that this is carne de sol, it's different. I'll show you guys. Totally different. I already ate a bunch of the meat, but you can see it's different. I'm fairly close to Pedra do Sal, where the party is going to be, but I don't think it starts for another hour and a half, so I am just kind of roaming around, honestly. I'm pretty close to the waterfront here, although it's dark, so I can't really see the water too well. But right ahead here is the Museu do Amanhã, which I think it's Museum of Tomorrow. I didn't go today because I'm planning on going on the weekend when it's going to be raining. I feel like a rainy day is a perfect day for, you know, a museum. The structure of the building is really cool. I'm going to get as close as I can. I know it's closed at this point, but I'm going to get as close as I can to basically show you what it looks like. There it is, Museu do Amanhã. Some sort of science, tech. I don't know if it's climate change or global warming or what exactly it's about, but we'll check it out on the rainy day. Still, I'm glad that I came here at night. It looks really cool. The back side of the museum is even better. It's right by the water over here, and it's fairly empty. So it feels really relaxed. I don't know what this is, but it looks really cool in the water as well. It seems like there's some sort of restaurant in there. They're throwing some sort of event. I think this genuinely might be one of the coolest buildings that I've seen in Brazil. Just structurally, it's very unique. I've never seen it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Also, as I said, right on the other side, you're at the waterfront. And at night, it's fairly peaceful. There are people fishing over there, but overall, it is pretty relaxed. You can see there's a bridge far in the distance. It's a bit hard to see on this wide camera, but there's a lit up bridge that you can see there. Some cars passing. Anyway, I think I'm gonna try to find a place to sit somewhere here, read a little bit, relax. I think I've read 3 or 4 books already, just in the 2.5 days I've been here. So yeah, every kind of like mealtime or I'm just in an Uber or whatever it is, I've had a lot of time to read, which has been really nice. My friend was here in Rio about a month ago, and I saw him because he came to São Paulo for, I think, a couple days. And he said that the one thing I have to do here in Rio is the helicopter flight. So I'm trusting him on that. We're doing that today. It's pretty far away. The airport's about an hour away Uber, so I'm just looking for breakfast real quick, and we'll head over for the flight. This is a very, very common street food, but the street vendors aren't around today. I think it's because it's extremely windy to the point where it's on the weather network, windy warnings, I guess. So I came into a restaurant to have it, but as I said, you see a lot of tapioca trucks on the street. Anyway, this one is just, I wanted to get one with carne seca to try it, but this one is just, they didn't have it, so I got queijo minas, I think. So we're trying it for the first time. The first time I had tapioca was in Jericoacoara. I had it every morning for breakfast. There are so many Brazilian foods that are made with tapioca. I absolutely love it because it gives this very chewy texture that I adore. Don't get the tapioca from the store. It's not good. The street vendors or the restaurants usually make a good one. And you can get it with all sorts of fillings. You can get cheese, egg, ham. As I said, there are ones with meat, chicken, any filling really. It's sort of like an omelet, but this one in particular doesn't have egg. Very good food. I had never seen this outside of Brazil. I tried a lot of Brazilian foods before I came here, but this is one that I tried for the first time when I was here. I'd say it's good depending on the filling, honestly. It's all up to the filling. The tapioca really just holds it and gives it some nice texture, but whether it's good or not is going to be depending on the filling. This is the first time I'm having this Minas, queijo Minas, and I kind of like it. I don't know, it's good. Very soft, mild cheese, which I like. I don't know how hard. I was told that it's pretty easy to make it at home, but I haven't tried. It's usually quite inexpensive, so it's easy to get just from a street vendor. In São Paulo, I know where the street vendors are exactly. Here, I kind of know, but I don't know their schedule, or I don't know. They're not out today. Walking around Leblon a little bit, I definitely see the more upscale kind of vibe. It still is very touristy, very cute, but I do see how it's more upscale. It just by the restaurants, the stores, the cars, the way people are dressed. Everything is a little bit more upscale here for sure. One other difference here is the restaurants. I had noticed this, that in Rio, if you go into a restaurant, it's a Brazilian restaurant. If it's just a random restaurant you pick off the street, it's most likely going to be a Brazilian restaurant. Meanwhile, I noticed this is a difference from São Paulo. In São Paulo, if you go into a restaurant, it could be Brazilian. A lot of the time it's going to be Italian were Japanese. Felt like São Paulo was more international. But this area in Leblon, there are a lot of international restaurants that I'm seeing here. Also, I hear a lot more people speaking English over here, which I don't hear as much in other areas. In Copacabana and Ipanema, I hear more Spanish spoken. If it's not Portuguese, it's Spanish. Here, I hear a lot more English. See the Christ up at the top of the mountain. That's the Christ. Again, I don't have my zoom here, but nice views from this mirante. On the other side, there's some favelas. These have to be the nicest ones to live in. I mean, this is a waterfront favela. That's some good views. Tomorrow I'm going to visit Rocinha. I think it's the biggest or the most famous favela here in Rio. Obviously going with a guide because I'm gonna be smart about it. So it's not this one that's on the water. But I did see this one from above in the helicopter ride earlier. And yeah, honestly, these are gorgeous views. I mean, check this out. I picked up some açaí to try here in Rio. I've had açaí a lot before because I used to do jiu-jitsu when I was in Medellin, and the coach was Brazilian. I think he was from here in Rio, and he would sell açaí after the classes. But I tried it in São Paulo and I actually didn't like it. So I got a 300 milliliter thing here. I don't know what it is, but it always just tastes better after jiu-jitsu. I don't know why. Does it just taste better after jiu-jitsu? Is that what it is? Or is it different? That's what I can't tell. I really wonder where that coach would buy it because I never saw it sold in Medellin, at the grocery stores, I mean, and he would have large volumes of it because everyone would buy it after class. I also don't really like it with, sometimes they put cream and stuff like that on it. I don't really like it like that either. I wish it had some acidity. I think that's what I want in it. Maybe some lemon or lime squeezed in it. And I think I would like it because it's just pure sweet. Little brain freeze. Feels weird because I feel like everyone likes açaí. I feel wrong for not liking it, but I don't hate it. It's just, I don't know. The best açaí I've ever had is after jiu-jitsu. I don't know why. If I just have it randomly, it just doesn't hit. I don't know what it is. I have finally found the queijo coalho that I've been wanting to try. I'm literally at the beach. You can see there are people playing. I think it's a little bit burnt. Definitely a bit burnt. Now I'm not regretting, but now I don't know. I was so excited to try it and it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be. The flavor isn't bad by any means. I think I just had higher expectations for the texture since it's kind of like a grilled cheese. I was expecting it to be maybe like halloumi where it's more melty, which it's not really. The beach is actually a lot busier than I thought it would be at night. I'd seen so many people on the internet saying it's dangerous, but it's really not. There's so many vendors, so many tourists walking around. It's fine to walk here. Today for dinner, I have got oysters. I have never had oysters before, so I'm not frightened to eat them. I'm not scared to try new things. What I'm scared of is not liking it and making a face around other people. So I just really need to, if I don't like it, I just need to swallow. Okay, so I have 2 gratinadas, 2 grelhadas, 2 frescas, and 2 empanadas. And not empanadas, how do you say that? 2, yeah, empanada. But not empanada, it just means breaded. So I think I'm just gonna swallow the frog, we could say, and try the fresh ones first, the frescas. I actually don't even know how to eat these, to be honest. I heard you need to loosen it up. I feel like I should look this way in case I don't like it. I just don't want it to be obvious to the waiters. So, anyway, let's try it. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. I don't know why people in movies always spit it out. It's good. It tastes very, very fresh. I don't know how to explain that. It is a very raw fish. Not raw fish because it doesn't taste like sushi. It came with a few different sauces. So they have one that is cashew. They have oriental. And this one is, What is this one? I think this might be the one with maracuja. I don't know. So I think I'll try the one with caju, which is, I'm pretty sure caju is cashews. So let me loosen it up. But yeah, it's not bad tasting at all. I was frightened by the movies, but it's not anything like that. So some cashew flavor there. It didn't come out. I saw something that said that I need to eat it from the side. It's not really working. I think maybe they meant the long, I don't know. I don't understand the hate. It's actually really good with the sauce. I want to try now with the oriental. I assume it's some sort of soy-like thing. Yeah, I don't like that sauce. Struggling to describe the taste. It's not extremely... Let me try it on this one. I will attempt to describe. I just taste ocean first. I don't know how to explain it. That's the first thought that comes to my mind is like, it's like eating the ocean. Which you'd assume that's how all fish would taste, but not really at all. It's the most oceany tasting thing I can possibly describe. Not describe, eat. Let's try one grelhado. It tastes much better. I feel like things just taste better when they're cooked. So I tried one grelhado. It tastes the same as fresh, just more flavor, I guess. Gratinado is the one that looks the best to me because I think it has cheese, it has cream. That looks delicious compared to the other ones. But yeah, I would say don't be scared to try it. It's not bad. I wouldn't say I'm a picky eater, but if I don't like something, I don't know. I've just seen so many people gag and spit it out that I really thought it was gonna be hard to swallow. That's definitely my favorite one. Lastly, I will try the empanada one. Also, I learned how you say oysters in Portuguese is ostras. The sauce is very overpowering, but it tastes good. I mean, anything fried, it's hard to go wrong. Overall, oysters, not a bad experience. If I just saw it on a menu with a bunch of other things, I don't think that I would choose it necessarily. I just wanted to try it because I never had it before, but that's dinner.